Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy if you're new here, and I am so glad to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing and becoming part of my YouTube family. So today we have on our YouTube menu, I'm going to do a chit chat, get ready with me, and just maybe a little bit of a life update. I think I've got kind of a interesting story to tell you anyway, or that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So if you're into that, just keep watching and we're going to get right into the video. All right, guys, so I'm going to be starting with some new Laura Mercier foundation that we found at TJ Maxx. It's different than the one that I used before, so I think I like this one better. We'll see. This is I already got foundation on it, but this is the bottle right here, and it is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Lounge Longwear Foundation, so we're going to try that. I actually tried it the other day, and I think I like it a lot better than the other one. But anyway, so today I'm actually going to be filming another video after this. So I'm actually preparing for that video, and I thought it would be cool to kind of get on here and like just give like some little life updates, chit chat, that kind of thing, and tell you guys what I'm doing with my life right now. So recently, let me back up. I had my gallbladder removed. I know you're like, what is she talking about? I had my gallbladder removed back in 2014. And ever since then, I literally, like the things that I eat, I really have to watch what I eat is what I'm getting at. So I had decided, I think I ate, it was Chinese food I think I had. And it's so delicious and I love it so much. But like the night after I ate it, or like a little while after I ate it, I was just feeling like this discomfort, because after you have gallbladder surgery, you are not supposed to eat, let's see, it's fat, dairy, and caffeine. So all the stuff that I love, you're not supposed to eat. So I had this idea to try to cut out meat, and I had a conversation with a guy, because I do barbering part-time, and I was having a conversation with this guy who was he was some kind of animal scientist, like not a veterinarian. I don't exactly know what his whole job was, but I was telling him about a boyfriend I had, and this is the part of the story that I think you guys are going to find entertaining. So my point is, I'm trying vegetarianism. So let me get into the story about the conversation that me and this guy had and what happened to me several years ago. So when I was in my 20s, I was in this really crazy relationship that I had to get away from. It was just not healthy. It wasn't good. I'm not going to say any names because I don't know if people watching will know who that is. But anyway, long story short, I ended up moving. My children and I and my mom ended up moving to South Carolina, mainly to kind of get away from this like crazy relationship that I just couldn't seem to escape. It was just bad. So we go to South Carolina, and I didn't know anyone there. I was young, blah, 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 blah. My girlfriend, my best friend at the time, decided she was going to come and visit me. And so she took a bus to get to Charleston. And when she got there, she had met this guy that she thought that I would like. She was like, she thought that he was going to be right up my alley. And he was like this really cute, like vegan drummer. He had dreads, like he wasn't really like anyone that I had ever met before. And he was I just thought he was like really cool. So fell for him kind of fast. Let me just tell you, ladies, like a forewarning, if you're dating someone and your kids don't like him, like just ditch him. Like, cause my son didn't like him, and I should have taken warning from that, but I didn't. I was out there alone and lonely, so I thought he was the best thing since sliced peanut butter. And he had a deep conviction about eating meat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I don't know. He just had all these stories, and he basically told me that when you consume meat, that you are consuming the fear of an animal. And, you know, he had all these, like, points to it. And I'm sorry, it's not funny. Like, eating an animal is whatever. I don't know where your conviction lies there, but whatever. I'm laughing because I believed him. Like, I thought, oh my God, like, this guy's just so cool. Like, he knows so much. And, you know, anyway, so I decided back then that I would become vegan with him. Like, that was, like, I just thought, you know, we were too cool. Like, here I am dating this, like, vegan drummer guy. Like, he's so, like, worldly and awesome and whatever. Guys, he was a straight loser. Like, I'm not going to say his name, and no offense to you if you ever see this video, but I'm just saying you were kind of a loser and a jerk. But anyway, so let me fast forward to, I'll get the vegetarian part out of the way. So what happened was, like I said, I was feeling uncomfortable, decided that I would kind of eliminate the meat because I'm a coffee drinker, and I was like, there's no way I'm eliminating dairy. So blah, blah, blah. So I'm having this conversation with this guy at work, and he's telling me, I told him, every time it comes up, I think about this guy in my past telling me that you're eating the fear of an animal, and like, it just kind of resonated with me. And so I'm telling this guy about it, who is this animal scientist person. And he said, well, he's not wrong. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm thinking like, we're going to have a good laugh about it. Like, it's totally false information. And he says, no. He said that actually they have to, the way they slaughter an animal now, they have to do it in such a way that the animal does not know that it's about to be killed. So he said they do something with, like, they give it some kind of shot in its head, so it basically knocks them out, like, you know, so that the cortisol in their body won't taint the meat. And I was like, well, I'll be danged. Like, that. Let me just put it that way, because this whole time I thought that this guy was just full of crap. So it turns out he wasn't full of crap in that way. So maybe something to consider, because I know, like, I don't know where everybody gets their meat from, and if everybody's being cool about knocking the animal out beforehand. So maybe something to think about. But anyway, so let's get back to this story. I'm going to just tell you the story time about this guy. So he was one of those guys who would just, like, he just made you believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I went on my first, like, audition with him, like, at his kind of, like, prompting, like, you can do this. Like, we had, like, these kind of, you know, dreams to do that. Like this acting and stuff, because of course he was in music, and I wanted to be an actress ever since I can remember. Like, I wanted to be on TV. So anyway, so, you know, everything's like going really well between he and I. Like, I'm like really digging him. Like, I feel like I'm kind of falling for him, probably to the degree that I could have. Like, I know a lot more about love now, having been married to my husband, and him showing me what real love is. But I digress. This is about that. So he comes to visit me. Now, let me tell you, he lived about an hour away. So I was in Charleston, and he was about an hour from that. And so he would come visit me frequently, you know. So one day he comes over, and he's like, I'm like not even putting makeup on. Let me do my eyes so we can do that. So I can talk. But anyway, so one day he comes over, and he's like, I need to tell you something. Okay, so that never goes well when someone tells you they need to tell you something. Like, that's never like a good feeling. He had 2 children, 2 little girls, and they're sweet little girls. They were much younger than my kids, and precious little babies, and they had been to my house, and, you know, I knew them, and I believe I may have, I don't think I ever actually met their mother. If I did, I don't remember meeting her. So whatever. He tells me, like, okay, so let me tell you. So he tells me that he loves me. Like, that was the first thing. That was like the first time he said, you know, I love you. And like, so I'm like ecstatic. Like, oh, you love me. Like, I love you too. Like, this is great. Like, you know, this is a wonderful thing, blah, blah, blah. Then he tells me that he's married. Okay. So, you love me, but you're married. And that he was married to his children's mother because she needed a green card. And they were best friends. And I'm like, okay. So I can get with you hooking your friend up and like, you know, green card marriage because you love her, you know, as a friend, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can get with that. But you have 2 kids together. So he's, oh, also too, guys, he lied about his age. Like I saw his ID, like we were in a relationship. I saw his ID. He said that he lied to the DMV so that he could appear older. So he was trying to tell me that he was actually younger. I'm like, guys, where was the red flags for me? Like, what was I thinking? Like, insane. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys this story. It just like, I guess because I went vegetarian. So like, it always kind of reminds me of like this guy, you know what I'm saying? Who I went vegan for and was married. But anyway, he was just like, I need you to just act like, you know, nothing's wrong, that, you know, all this stuff. And I was just like, oh my God. So anyway, somehow we moved past this, the fact that he's married. Like, this girl is now pregnant with some other man's baby. It's just a mess. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So weird. So, I had a problem with that. Like, that's, I mean, I don't know anyone who wouldn't have a problem with that. So fast forward to, we end up moving together into this really cute house and breaking up like shortly afterwards. I get this call from this guy, because I put him out. I don't remember exactly all the details, but anyway, we broke up. And I get a call from this guy who is I don't know how to say this. I don't mean it offensively, so I don't mean to say it offensively. But anyway, this guy who's into dudes, he's a gay man. And he calls me, and he's older. Like, he's older. I'm thinking like he was like in his 60s and we were in our 20s. And he basically says that him and the guy that I was seeing before, like, that they're making it sound like they were in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay. So this guy's got so much going on. Like, you were dating me while you were married with 2 kids on a green card marriage. And now you broke up with me and you're with this English professor who's like twice your age. But when I talked to him about it, he's like, I'm not with him, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what? Like, this was my dating life. Like, what, how is this normal? Like, I don't even know. Anyway, so we lose contact. And I end up moving back home, you know what I'm saying? We lose contact, and I hadn't spoken to him in years. Like, I have no idea where he's at in life, like what he's doing. I doubt he'll ever see this video. If you do, hi, you left quite an impression. Anyway, I couldn't think of anything else, but it's just so funny how when you're in a place, like especially move to a new place, you don't know anyone, and everybody that you have that you're close to is like in another place, and you feel so alone, the things that you will settle for. Because the only thing I can tell you that this guy had going on was his hair. His hair was awesome. Okay. The rest of him, no. Like, I remember one time, it was like he was so fake and so phony. One time he tried to get me to steal some like face cream that my mom had. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what on earth I was thinking. Like, I really don't. I was just alone and lonely, and I was settling. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing. So I guess I'm saying all that to say this, like, do not settle for any hot, vegan, dreadlock, drumming, married for a green card, lying, dude, because you're lonely. Like, I mean, it's 2020 now, so you can get on Tinder and like entertain yourself that way. But I thought I would come on here because like all this, like me eating vegetarian meals, like just makes me think of that time in my life, because it was a very weird time in my life. But update on eating vegetarian. I have been doing it now for a little less than a week, and I have had absolutely, sorry, I lost my clicky thing. I've had absolutely no discomfort whatsoever, and I have felt really, really good. And I've been watching these videos on like people who've gone vegetarian and stuff, and how like I'm kind of hip to like, this probably is gonna like, I might crash a little bit. Like I think one girl said around week 3, she was like kind of crashing. So, and it was getting harder. So I'm kind of prepared for that. And what I've been doing is basically just eating everything that I would normally eat without the meat. Like I made tacos the other night, and instead of meat for my tacos, I did red bell peppers, mushrooms, and onion. And then just let the taco like seasoning, you know what I'm saying, simmer with that. And then, so I will say this, like I feel like Mexican cuisine is really easy to go vegetarian on because it's so full of veggies and all that stuff. So that is my ramble about me being vegetarian and my story about the vegan drummer who was married for a green card, but I don't really believe that. Anyway, I hope he's doing well in life, and it certainly gives me some funny stories now. So, all right, so I'm going to do my lips, and then we're going to talk about these fingernails that I have. So, you guys know that it is like so goofy of me to buy all these eyeshadow palettes, because I literally, my day-to-day, I put bronzer on my eyelid, and that's literally it. So, let's play in that a little bit while we talk about these Amazon fingernails. So I did these myself, and I'm going to link the nails down below, because I actually just got them, so I don't have to go hunting down through Amazon, my Amazon purchases. Y'all know I'm a fan of like, what's her name? Amber Show. How can I, what's her name? She's literally my favorite. But anyway, fan of hers, and I saw a video one time on how she does her own nails, because she made her whole brand on like doing stuff like for cheap, like how to DIY a bunch of things and stuff like that. So I love false nails. I think they're great. I hate getting them done. I hate paying the money for it. And I hate that in a week or a week and a half, I need to go get them done again because my nails grow fast. So when she like posted that she did her own nails, it made me go look at Amazon. I mean, and Amazon's not the only place you can get them. I think I had a set from Sally's. I'll go get the last set that I got and show you how it comes and all that or whatever. And if y'all want to, there's literally nothing to it. Like you find your size nail, you glue it down, bing, bang, it's done. So, but I will post them because I like these. These are actually clear, and then I painted them white. So just a little of that. And I don't know what else really to chit chat about. Like, I'm not sure. Like, only other thing that we really have going on is that we're trying to purchase this house that we're in, because my brother owns it currently, and he bought it from my nephew, and now he owns it, and now we want to buy it. So that's pretty much like our biggest thing. Like, so I don't really know. Other than that, I think life is pretty much normal. Like, just going to work and doing YouTube videos and chatting with you guys and telling y'all funny dating stories. And if you're into it, let me know, because I have a ton of funny, not funny dating videos. So, all right, let me complete this look really quick, because I feel like this is just like a giant long ramble, but sometimes I'm into that. I like to watch my YouTubers ramble, so hopefully you do too. All right, so while I'm on the subject of like crazy guys I dated, so oh my gosh, you guys, I dated this guy, and I'm gonna tell you, I was kind of mildly obsessed with him, like in the weirdest way. I don't know. But anyway, one of our dates that we went on, first of all, let me tell you, he lied and told me he was a teacher. He was not a teacher. I don't even fully know what he did at the time. But anyway, we went on a date, and when someone asks me to go on a date, I figure that means they're paying for it. I mean, I had small children, like whatever. Anyway, so the date that we went on, I want to say, I feel like it might have been like a little, I don't even know if it was like a day date or whatever, but we ended up going to one of our local restaurants, and he didn't have any money. And I didn't have any money. I don't know if I even had any money or if I didn't bring any money with me or what the scenario was. But our date was finished by a dine and dash. Like, I had to run in a pair of heels away from the waiter who was chasing us, because we left without paying our bill because he didn't have any money, but he took me on a date anyway. Guys, I'm telling you, like, my husband is a literal godsend to me. I think he literally looked at my dating life and was like, oh my gosh, Daniel, go save this girl. So, but I don't know. It just had me kind of thinking of like kind of funny. Well, I mean, that's basically illegal, but not my fault. That was a single mom. He should have paid for that meal. But anyway, so you would have thought that would have been the end of it, but it wasn't. Oh, and this guy also had a whole girlfriend that he lived with. I dropped him off at their house, okay? I don't remember. I don't know if that was probably before the Dine and Dash date. But yeah, so he took me on a Dine and Dash date. He for sure was not a teacher, and he had a live-in girlfriend that he had the cojones to have me drop him off at while he was still living there. And I still talked to him afterwards. Self-love, ladies, you have to love yourself, because these guys will not love you for you. Like, I was attracting all kinds of craziness. Anyway, I wish him well, and I do know he definitely is not the same person he was. We were just young and stupid and foolish, and he's actually a really cool guy now, and I don't think he dines and dashes anymore, and like, he's pretty successful in life. So that turned out well. But our dating was a ginormous mess. Like, I don't know what in the world we were doing. But anyway, so I just thought I'd come on and tell that story, because that's one of the stories that sticks out to me the most. But yeah, your girl finally found some self-love and someone to love her properly. So don't worry, it all turned out for the best. So if you're going through crazy dating and things look chaotic and crazy, just take a step back, girl. Give yourself a hug. Figure out what kind of life you want. Build that life, and then the person is going to come to you. I promise you it gets better. So I'm trying to think if I have any more crazy stories to tell about dating. I'm sure that I do, because I was single for a long time before my husband and I met, and I was a mess for a long time before he came along. So anyway, we'll be back. All right, guys, so I think that's going to be it for this video. This is the look that we're after today. Pretty simple. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed 2 of my crazy dating stories, and please stay encouraged and know that even though your heart can break for D-bag, eventually your guy's gonna come into your life. So stay encouraged. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys, here is what the box of Amazon nails looks like. As you can see, they're like full, you know what I'm saying, full whatever, I don't know. Anyway, this is what they look like, and I will link them in the description box for you guys in case you want to do your own nails. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy. If you're new here, please consider becoming part. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy. If you're new here, why can't I feel this intro?